Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be time traveling all the way back to 1970 to listen to Lucky Man by Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. I don't believe I know any songs from this band, which is kind of rare here on the channel, so I'm excited to check them out and see what they have to offer. I'm pretty sure they're a progressive rock band, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. Here we go.
He had white horses and ladies by the score, all dressed in satin and waiting by the door. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Nice harmony there.
White lace and feathers, they made up his bed. A gold-covered mattress on which he was led. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Nice full harmony there.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Nice full sound there.
He went to fight wars for his country and his king, of his honor and his glory. The people would sing. Ooh,
Great chorus there. Those harmonies were great, and it seems like there was a good harmony in the beginning, and then when the second harmonies came in, I guess it's the chorus, it was a much fuller sound. I know I made a comment about that. Really interesting song, the way it's presented as far as the vocals and the instruments. The drum work was a bit subtle, but it's still very interesting. I could hear it going on. It really stood out in a way, even though it wasn't right in the forefront. So kudos to the drummer, whoever it is. I assume it's Emerson, Lake, and Palmer, or the last names of the three members of this band, but I don't know anything about who's who yet, or who plays what, or anyway, I'll check that out in my research right after on Wikipedia. Anyway, back to the song. I definitely love how they're filling the space. You know, there's not huge symphonies or huge keyboard parts going on here, but again, they just make use of the space great. At one point, I heard acoustic on my right channel and electric on the left channel at the same time. That was really nice. Then we got the vocals in the center, but also on the right channel I heard, and it just kind of fills the space around my head and gives it a full, rich sound. Started off more subtle with those little pristine acoustic guitars, but then towards the chorus, it just built up to this full sound. Even though there's not tons of instrumentation, like I said, it still was very full, very powerful, and definitely enjoyed that. Very catchy, short chorus, easy to, sing along to the first time, and definitely excited to check out the lyrics. They're obviously talking about a lucky man, but I'll delve into that more in a bit. And lastly, I'm loving the tone of his voice. Never heard the singer before, and it's really powerful yet smooth and relaxing. It reminds me of someone else that I've heard, and I can't figure it out. Maybe someone like Jim Croce or Harry Chapin, or I don't know, I have to hear it some more. And, I've heard so much music over the years from the 70s, and I'll have to figure out who I think it sounds like. But, he's got a voice in a similar vein of someone else I've heard. And again, very smooth, relaxing. And if he's the main singer in all these songs, I know I'm going to enjoy them all because, again, loving his voice. So let's finish it off.
Lucky man, he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Now I hear acoustic on the left channel.
A bullet had found him. His blood ran as he cried. No money could save him. So he lay down and he died.
All right.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Love the vocal effects going on here.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
There's that drumming again. Oh. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right, ELP, you tricked me. That was crazy. I love being shocked in life in general, and I love being shocked in music, but that synth, that powerful synth that came in at the end, that was a humongous shock to me. Did not expect that. It's almost like it didn't go with the song. I mean, only because the style was so different. You got this acoustic, electric, great drumming song, throughout, telling a nice story, loving it all, loving his voice. And then all of a sudden this huge synth comes in, that you don't expect. And it just like took you somewhere else completely. And of course, took me by huge surprise. I love the duality here and the contrast going on again between this kind of soft ballad acoustic song and then this spacey, synth coming in and dominating the end. That was just so unexpected, so amazing. And also I noticed this humongous reverb. Just, it was almost like the drums and the synth became their own solo at the end. I think everything else faded out. Even the guitars, obviously the vocals weren't there. Got to go back and listen. But I think it was just at the very end, the synth and the drums. And again, they almost gave their own solo together. Almost like a call and response between drums and a keyboard, which was amazing. And I noticed that they gave huge reverb. I think I mentioned that already on those drums and synths. And that just to me was an epic use of the space around my head. It was just amazing, an amazing, shocking way to end. I noticed in the final words that he was talking about this lucky man was killed. So I wonder if this synth drum solo, we'll call it, was representing the afterlife or, a transition from this amazing life he had to this afterlife, whatever it may be for him. I don't know. I just kind of see it that way. Like, why would it go to this completely different place after he's killed? So very, very cool. I'm going to check out the lyrics to see what else I missed, but really cool song. Loved it. All right, well, pretty simple, straightforward lyrics, it seems, telling a tale about basically a rich man who had everything, women, money, happiness, and went to war and was killed by a bullet, and all of that just went away in an instant. And that's kind of how life is for a lot of people, unfortunately. Thing that stuck out here is no money could save him, so he laid down and he died. So, it's just telling you, no matter what you do, no matter what you have, no matter how wealthy you are or how poor you are, we all have to go at some point, and we never know when our time is. So that's conveying this message very clearly in this song. Two things come to mind after I read this. The old phrase, you can't take it with you, no matter what you have in life. Once you're gone, you move on to something else if you believe in that, and who knows what that might be. And also it reminded me of the song Dust in the Wind, by Kansas, of course, who I hope to explore on this channel at some point. I know that song very well. And again, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Once we're gone, it's all in the past, and our life is gone behind us, and whatever's forward, again, who knows. But very powerful take on life for all of us, but again, personified with this one character who had it all and was killed in war, which, by the way, is a very noble and powerful way to be taken out, I must say, as we all probably agree. So fighting for, your country, what you believe in. And so I really appreciated this. A few interesting song facts, which I looked up on Wikipedia here. This song was written by Greg Lake when he was 12 years old. That's amazing. Here it is, one of their biggest songs according to Spotify. Yes, I've never heard of it, but I'm not familiar with this band until today, other than their name. So it's this huge song, yet it was written by a 12-year-old many moons ago. That's, to me, very, very interesting. And that only happened because apparently his mother gave him a guitar, maybe for his 12th birthday, and that's why he learned it, picked it up, and ended up writing this song, which is now forever etched in history. I think that's really cool. And I wrote my first song at 14 years old, so part of me can relate to that little story, and I think that's pretty cool, how creativity starts at such a young age for a lot of these artists. Next is, they used a Moog synthesizer in this song, and this was one of the first songs to do so. I think the Monkees did it before them, but again, one of the first, so that's really interesting. And again, I was so surprised when the synth came in, and I'm sure many others were, when they first heard this back then, or even more recently, for the first time. Apparently later on, as they went through the years and performed this live, they ended up changing it to a simple acoustic ballad, I guess because of all the intricacies involved in recording, the doubling, the whatever effects they had to use wouldn't translate live well, so they gave that up and ended up doing it as an acoustic ballad, which I would like to hear the difference. I'm sure it's just as great, just as powerful, because the story and the melody really stands out in this song. So however it's performed, I'm sure it's just as effective, in my opinion. And apparently this song has been used in much film, television, and even in a commercial. So that speaks to the longevity and the popularity and power of this song for sure. Okay, well, really great introduction for me of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or ELP as they are known. I'm going to rate this one 4 golden records. Yes, really enjoyed and appreciated the craft that went into this one. And of course, now I'm curious about all their other work. Are they a primarily guitar-rich, guitar-focused band? Do they go in different directions over time? I don't even know how long their career is, how many albums they had. Do they use a lot of synths and keyboards, other instruments, strings, other acoustic type instruments other than guitar? So if you can let me know all that, I'm sure you will. You guys always pull through and giving me information on these bands, which you know and love, and that I'm just discovering and learning about now. So just curious if they changed styles, as time went on. Apparently a lot of bands, I guess Genesis is the huge example of changing styles between the 70s and the 80s. So interested to hear, again, how much more they can deliver, what other things they can deliver, and what kind of variety they deliver. So if you could let me know, any ELP fans, I would love that. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat with me about ELP, any other similar bands, or just to help the channel grow. Would really appreciate it, all right? You take care, stay safe. Remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day or night. And I will see you next time in the past.